Looks like we're doing the whole rumor shtick thing again, eh? So according to the internet, Game Boy games and Game Boy Advance games are rumored to be coming as new additions to Nintendo Switch Online's expansion pack. This would be a pretty big announcement. I mean, yeah, I own a good majority of the Game Boy's best games and Donkey Kong Land through the 3DS's Virtual Console. But because in the near future, the Virtual Console service will be no more and there will be no other way to play these classic games on these systems unless you already have all of them, it would only make sense to re-release these classics on the Switch. Even if they're only going to be a part of an expansion pack service to a paid online service where the benefits you get are N64 and Sega Genesis games and DLC for Animal Crossing New Horizons and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for an additional $30 on top of the $20 a year you pay for the base Switch Online service where you only get NES and SNES games. The point is, it would only make sense to re-release these games through Switch Online. It would not only give Switch owners who don't really care to invest in the expansion pack a little bit more of an incentive to do so, while just adding to the massive library of games the service already has. Wait a minute. Glad that's over with. Talked about the same thing twice, played on a 25-year-old game console in late 2021. What better way to go from here? Perhaps maybe finding the courage to pay $50 a year for the Switch Online Plus expansion pack? Not gonna happen. I was a different man back then. But even if a lot of the new games they've been adding to the service lately have either been too worthless, added too late, or too... I'd still be excited because it's Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games. These are games that almost never gets re-released on modern Nintendo platforms these days, and heck, even on the Switch. I'm surprised it and Nintendo 64 games haven't even made it over until recently. Well, at least for 64 games. I mean, it's not that big of a deal because we've mainly been playing new games on this 5-year-old piece of garbage anyways, but the sheer convenience of having everything all in one place instead of having to go to multiple platforms to play different games, especially since there's people out there who don't even own a 3DS or, more surprisingly, the Wii U. Oh wait, and where the 3DS houses Game Boy and Game Boy Color games, the Wii U, of all systems besides the 3DS, is the one with the GBA games. I can't complain that much since Game Boy Advance games still made it over to the Virtual Console service anyways, but why on the console that barely anyone owns? These games would work perfectly fine on the 3DS, especially since you got them all to run for 3DS ambassadors, aka that time you gave 3DS owners who bought the system before its major price cut 10 free NES and 10 free Game Boy Advance games. Would it have really been that much trouble to sell these to other 3DS owners who bought the thing after the price cut? I mean, I'm not a very tech-savvy person, but come on. If you already got these games to run on the 3DS hardware, why don't you just put them in the system's Virtual Console service? A lot of things just don't add up here. But going back on topic here, is there some truth to these rumors that at some point down the line we could see Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games make the transition to Switch? It would be cool, and would definitely make that $50 a year for the expansion pack a bit more tempting. It wouldn't really be a worthy replacement for the Virtual Console in my opinion, but it'll do the job. But no matter what, I kind of feel like I have a hard time seeing this actually happen. Do you ever get that feeling where you tell somebody how much you want something because other people are saying it's going to happen, but you just get that gut feeling that it won't? If so, then boy do I have some news for you. And that's going to wrap up today's video. If you enjoyed the video, then please consider subscribing and checking out my other videos on my channel where you'll find more videos like this one. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.